There is a silent collapse happening all around us. Millions of people are currently stretched to their psychological snapping point, pulled taut by a societal mandate to constantly achieve, to hustle, and to find their passion at all costs. This exhaustion is visible in the smallest moments, like a person slumped in a public waiting area, drained of the energy required to even hold their head up, let alone plan for tomorrow. We are living in a culture of toxic productivity, where falling behind your peers feels like a death sentence, and the pressure to keep pace creates a state of permanent claustrophobic alarm. When life is treated as a relentless race for perfection, it ceases to be a path to success and becomes a survival emergency that requires immediate triage. At the center of this crisis is a psychiatrist who has spent 70 years on the clinical front lines. Dr. Tsuneko Nakamura continued treating patients well into her 90s, offering a perspective shaped by decades of human struggle. Her clinical baseline was forged in extreme conditions. She survived the rubble of post-war Japan, navigating severe poverty and total societal collapse before her career even truly began. Her protocol for burnout is not about optimization or manifesting a better life. It is a pragmatic set of rules designed to pull people back from the ledge of total psychological collapse. Her approach is built on a foundation that defies most modern advice. She suggests that survival is found not by striving for more, but by radically expecting less. The first step of this triage is to sever your self-worth from your career and to abandon the belief that you must find a calling. Dr. Nakamura's own entry into medicine was not fueled by a grand vision to save humanity. She became a doctor because her family was poor, and a medical education was the only viable path she had to feed herself and survive. She argues that showing up to a job you may not even like, simply to provide for yourself and your family, is a noble and complete human act. However, she maintains a strict limit on this endurance. If a job requires you to sacrifice your physical health, your sleep, or your basic sanity, you must leave it. By removing the requirement that you must love your work to be successful, the pressure of the modern career ladder begins to lose its power over your mental state. Triage Step 2 focuses on interpersonal stress. It requires you to stop the psychological drain that comes from trying to fix or rely on other people. Nakamura tested this herself during a difficult marriage to a severe alcoholic who drained their family savings. She eventually realized that no amount of effort on her part could change his behavior. Instead of continuing a war she could not win, she dropped her expectations of him to the absolute minimum, focusing solely on maintaining her own life and the lives of her children. She views the acceptance of loneliness not as a failure, but as a necessary recognition of the human condition, a state that allows you to remain stable regardless of what others do. Relinquishing the demand for others to be perfect or reliable preserves the mental energy that most of us waste trying to control things beyond our reach. The final step of the protocol is the cessation of all resistance against the messy, unpredictable flow of daily life. Consider a person caught in a riptide. Fighting the current guarantees exhaustion and eventual drowning, but rolling over and floating allows the water to carry you to safety. This graph illustrates the concept of radical pragmatism. It shows how the odds of psychological survival increase rapidly with minimal effort, but then quickly reach a plateau. This illustrates a law of diminishing returns. There is a point, often around 60% effort, where pouring more energy into a task no longer increases your odds of survival or well-being. Resilience, in this context, is characterized by the wisdom to conserve your strength and let the current carry you past obstacles, rather than trying to muscle through them. The outcome of this triage isn't wealth or fame. It is the restoration of a peaceful, unburdened mind. When you move through the world without the weight of heavy expectations, you begin to find a quiet comfort in solitude and the small, spontaneous moments of the day. Nakamura's final prescription is simple. Focus on the meal in front of you, drop the heavy baggage of your ambitions, and forgive yourself for being ordinary. In a society that demands you be exceptional at all times, choosing to live a simple, unremarkable life is the most effective act of survival there